Good morning to all the third BCom Computers and General students. Today's subject is Banking Theory and Practice. I am Katyani Madam, teaching you the important answer for the final examination. Already I explained you 3-4 answers. This is from second unit. I am explaining this answer from second unit, okay. The question is, explain NABARD and its functions. Okay, so what is the question? Explain NABARD and its functions is a question for today, which is very important long answer for your final examination. I request all the students to concentrate on the answer, listen the answer and note down the notes also if possible, and as soon as the class is over, try to start revising the answer so that you can remember very easily after the explanation. Okay, I request all the students to note down the answer also. So NABARD. If you go for NABARD, the Reserve Bank of India, since its inception, has extended short-term, medium-term and long-term credit through state cooperative banks and land development banks. But later on, in 1963, the RBI set up the Agricultural Refinance and Development Corporation to provide refinance support to the banks, major development projects like irrigation, farm mechanism, land development, horticulture, dairy development, etc. The various financial agencies provided credit in a fragmented way to various rural sectors. The RBI felt the need for agency. The RBI felt there is a need for a financial institution which is going to help firmly for the agriculture sector only. Okay, the credit agriculture should be set up. So RBI started a planning in 1979, recommended in the report to set up NABARD by the Government of India. The National Bank of Agriculture and Rural Development Bill was passed by the Parliament in December 1981. In 1979, okay, the Agricultural Development Committee set up a report for setting up NABARD. In 1981, the bill has been passed in the Parliament and NABARD came into existence in 1982, that is July 12th, 1982. It is an apex bank institution to provide finance for agriculture and rural development. National Bank for NABARD full form is National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. It was set up in 1982 on July 12th with the paid up capital of rupees 100 crores by 50-50 ratio, that is contribution of the Government of India and Reserve Bank of India. Part of the capital is provided by Government of India and the remaining part of the capital is provided by RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India. NABARD has taken the entire refinancing functions of RBI. The NABARD has taken the entire refinancing structure of RBI. It is an apex institution in rural credit structure for providing credit for promotion of agriculture, small scale industries, cottage and village industries, handicrafts, etc. It is an apex institution in rural credit structure for providing credit for promotion of agriculture, small scale industries, cottage and village industries, handicrafts, etc. Okay, before going to the functions of NABARD, let's see in detail the initial stages of NABARD, how the NABARD has been started, came into existence. So, NABARD with the main intention to develop their projects like major and minor irrigation, farm mechanism, land development, horticulture, dairy development, etc. The investment specially to use for these projects, it came into existence. Okay, the rural planning, the sphere of the agricultural finance has been handed over to NABARD and it has mainly 3 types of functions. How many types of functions are existing in the NABARD is 3 types of functions are there. First one is credit functions, next one is the regulatory functions and the third one is the development functions. When you go for credit functions, the approval of the credit finance to all the various sectors and depending upon the terms, that is the short term, medium term and long term. To carry on the agricultural operations or marketing of agriculture products marketing and distribution of various agricultural inputs necessary for carrying agriculture operations for 25 years up to 18 years and for 2 years. The major functions of NABARD are the credit functions. When you go for the regulatory functions, regulation means what its responsibility towards other banks which are under its control. The NABARD is empowered to take up inspection of cooperative societies and other primary cooperative societies and regional rural banks. The first regulatory function of NABARD is inspecting. Whom it is inspecting? It is going to inspect cooperative societies, other primary cooperative societies and regional rural banks. Any regional rural bank or cooperative society is seeking permission to open a branch will have to forward its application to the RBI through the NABARD. The RRBs and the cooperative banks submitting its returns to RBI are required to furnish copies of such returns to NABARD. The NABARD has been guaranteed power to call for any information or statement from cooperative banks. Mainly 4 regulatory functions is there. One is inspection. Second one is getting the permission for opening the branch by forwarding the application from RBI to NABARD, and it is also checking all the copies which are submitted by the banks. And the next one is it is also having the power to grant the information of collecting the statements of all the banks. Regulatory functions is comes under. When you come for the development functions, there are 2 main development functions of NABARD. First one is the research and development department of NABARD helps to promote research in various aspects of problems of agriculture and rural development. It renders assistance to NABARD in formulating development programs and projects to suit the requirements of various regions and areas in the country. In order to upgrade technical skills and competencies, that is ability of personnel engaged in the task of agriculture and rural development, it undertakes comprehensive training program. One of the main duties is training. It is training the competencies, that is ability of the people for giving the perfect training for the agriculturalist. Second thing is for the research and development programs. So 3 types of functions are there. First and the foremost is credit function, regulator functions and development functions. 3 types. Let's see some more functions here. NABARD was established as a development bank to perform the following functions: to serve as an apex finance agency for institutions providing investment and production credit for promoting various development activities in rural areas, to take measures towards institutes building for improving absorptive capacity of the credit delivery system, including monitoring formulation of the rehabilitation schemes, construction and reconstruction of credit institutions and training of the personnel. To coordinate the rural finance activities of all the institutions engaged in the development work at a field level and with the Government of India at the license level, the state governments and the Reserve Bank and other national institutions concerned with the policy formation. To undertake monitoring and evaluation of projects refinanced by it. It is also checking whether the finance is appropriately used for the projects or not. Also it is checking. NABARD gives high priority to projects formed under Integrated Rural Development Program. It is giving the special importance to whom? It is giving the special importance to the programs which has been started, the projects which has been started under IRDP. IRDP means what? Integrated Rural Development Program. It arranges refinance for IRDP accounts in order to give highest share for the support for poverty alleviation program run by the Integrated Rural Development Programs. NABARD also gives guidelines for promotion of group activities under its programs and provides 100% refinance support for them. It is setting linkages between self-help groups. It is also connecting the self-help groups which are organized by voluntary agencies for poor and needy in rural areas. It refinances to complete extent for those projects which are operated under the National Watershed Development Program and National Mission of Watershed Development. It also has a system of district-oriented monitoring studies under which study is conducted for a cross-section of schemes. that are sanctioned in a district to various banks to ascertain their performances and to identify the constraints in their implementation. It also initiates appropriate action to correct them. It also supports Vikas Vahini voluntary programs which offer credit and development activities to poor farmers. A special program called as Vikas Vahini development program for whom it is voluntarily for the poor people living in the rural areas. It also inspects and supervises the cooperative banks and RRBs to periodically ensure the development of the rural financing and farmers' welfare. NABARD also recommends about licensing for RRBs and cooperative banks to RBI. NABARD also recommends about licensing for RRBs and cooperative banks to RBI. NABARD gives assistance for training and development of the staff, various other credit institutions which are engaged in credit distribution. It also runs programs for agriculture and rural development in the whole country. It is engaged in regulations of the cooperative banks and the RRBs and manages their talent acquisition through IBPS CWE conducting across the country. Role of NABARD, if we discuss about, it is an apex institution which has power to deal with all matters concerning policy, planning, as well as operations in giving credit for agriculture and economic activities in the rural areas, mainly concerning policies, planning the operations for giving the credit for agriculture and economic activities in the rural areas. It is a refinancing agency for those institutions that provide investment and production credit for promoting the several development programs for rural development. It is improving the absorptive capacity of the credit delivery system in India, including monitoring, formulation of rehabilitation schemes, reconstruction of credit institutions and training the personnel. It coordinates the rural credit financing activities of all the sorts of institutions engaged in the development work at the field level while maintaining with the license with the Government of India and the state governments, and also RBI and other national level institutions that are concerned with the policy formulation. It prepares rural credit plans annually for all the districts in the country. It also promotes research in rural banking and the field of agriculture and rural development. If you see the new business activities which are confined under NABARD Infrastructure Development Assistance Program, a new line of credit support for funding of the rural infrastructure projects. The sanctions under NIDA during the year 2012 and 13 was 2,818.46 crores and distribution was about 859.70 crores has been distributed till now. Direct refinance assistance to CCBs, that is cooperative, central cooperative banks, for short-term multi-purpose credit. It also distributed the money for the short cooperative credit banks was conceived, and additional line of finance of CCBs in light of recommendations of the task force on revival of short-term rural cooperative credit structure, which enables the latter to raise financial resources other than state cooperative banks. During 2012 and 13, refinance assistance aggregating 3,385 crore was sanctioned to 42 CCBs and distributed to about 2,363.45 crores. Now it can be concluded that the agriculture and rural development is totally dependent on the efficiency of the NABARD, which is doing its job as per the requirements of the economy. It is clearly understood that NABARD is completely, all the agricultural department in India is directly dependent upon NABARD, which is developing the agricultural economy. Organizational setup of NABARD, Board of Directors. The general direction and management of the NABARD affairs and business is vested in its Board of Directors. The board exercises all powers and does all acts which may be exercised done by NABARD and act as a business principle with due regard to public interest. So, board of directors, if you see, organization is consisting of board of directors, departments, councils, training establishment, committees and offices. So, overall we have 6 different structure. Chairman cum managing director, who is assisted in his day-to-day working by chief general manager, deputy general manager and staff who are assigned specific roles in HOs and ROs. 2 directors from amongst experts in rural economy and rural development. So 2 experts are selected as directors from the fields of rural economics as well as rural development, handicrafts and other rural crafts, village and cottage industries and state cooperative societies in any other matter. The special knowledge or professional experience which is considered by the central government as usual to the NABARD. 3 directors, out of whom 2 directors with experience in working of the cooperative banks and 1 with the experience in the working of central cooperative banks. 3 directors out of directors of RBI, 3 directors from RBI, 3 directors, 2 directors from cooperative and 1 from working cooperative bank, 3 directors from the officials of the central government, 2 directors among the officials of the state government. Board of directors, you can see chairman and the managing director, executive directors, head office departments, HO means head office departments, RO means regional offices, training establishments, sub-office specials training, that is district development offices, management of NABARD, departments of NABARD, design various departments, accounts department, central vigilance, cooperative planning, department for cooperative, revival reforms, economic analysis and research, department of information technology, supervision, inspection, state projects, public relation development, secretary department, technical, managing, human resource, human development, protocol, security, general administration, development policy department, non-farm sector, development policy department for farm sector, inspection department, institutional development, investment credit department, law, microcredit innovation department, premises department, production credit department, Rabasa Prabhag, finance, central statistical information. So many departments are existing under NABARD. Financial resources are important aspect. Okay, financial resources we are getting from public, we are getting from deposits, we are also getting the finance from the World Bank to RBI, from Government of India by the RBI, we are getting the resources to NABARD. We also get the resources from short-term operations from RBI in the form of short-term operations from RBI, long-term operations from World Bank, we are getting the finance sources of funds. Capital under section 4 of NABARD Act 1981, NABARD has got established with an initial capital of 100 crores which was enhanced to 2000 crores against authorized capital of 5 crores. The Indian government contributed 1000 crores to NABARD paid up capital in the financial year 12 and 13. Borrowing in order to meet the increasing credit demand, it is also taking the borrowings from the central government, from the RBI as well as from the commercial papers, certificates of deposit, term deposit. These are all the borrowings where the NABARD is taking for the financial structure. If you talk presently, nearly the NABARD capital is more than 200 billions at present. 200 billions of the capital is existing with NABARD with the recent information. Okay, organization management, if you see, we have 1 chairman, okay, 1 managing director, 1 chairman, 1 managing director, 3 directors from RBI, 2 from Government of India, 2 from rural development and 2 from the officials, state government officials and 2 from the cooperative officers. Thank you, students. It is one of the important long answer. This is the revision class only. Already in previous classes I explained clearly, precisely about NABARD. This is the revision class for the final examination. Thank you very much.